you have 6 hours on, 12 hours off, 6 hours on, because we were basically open 24/7 for 2 or 3 days straight. Because what's that fucking curve called? The one that's like, oh, you know very little, but you think you know a ton, and then suddenly you hit this dip where you realize you know nothing, and then you're like, oh wait, no, actually I do know things, as you go back up.
Maybe, and you know that's happening, or like if the prequels are the only one you've seen.
I want so badly, for no good reason, I want the
So I got this big hot take about Amazon and their like streamings, like originals. Wow. I need to learn how to talk better.
Welcome back to Off the Air, where Noah can't talk and I yell at him about it.
I'm Noah.
He can't talk and I'm yell at him about it.
Okay, so big hot take about Amazon originals and like on Prime.
Yeah, go off.
I know far fewer people who have Prime than have Hulu or Netflix. And to a conversation we were having before recording, I feel like that makes it less important, not like unimportant, but less important, spoiling an Amazon original versus spoiling like an up-and-coming Netflix show.
I find that interesting because I feel like I know so many more people that have Prime than have Hulu. Like I know almost nobody that has Hulu.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. It's not well. A lot of my friends are also like we're in college, and so so Prime was like a really convenient thing for a lot of reasons. Which actually that reminds me, I just remembered I buy all of my energy drinks in bulk because I have a problem.
No way.
And because it's cheaper and more convenient to do. And I have had a energy drink case sitting in my cart for like 2-3 weeks now. And I just keep forgetting to do it. Nice. The nice thing is that my card gets cash back on these sorts of things, and so I have enough Amazon points that I get to get it for free.
Nice.
So
I love that.
Right now here live on the podcast.
That's tacky. How dare you buy energy drinks,
dude? I need it. Guaranteed delivery January 14th, 2 days. Spoiler alert, that's when we record.
Yeah. That's us recording like 4 days before the episode goes live. Honestly,
we used to be better about that.
See, I liked having an episode backlog, but at the same time, I like being able to address like up and coming current events when they happen. Like the fact that I just got home from IKEA.
That's
like
fair.
If I was it was on my Instagram story today, and now people can hear about it 4 days from now rather than hearing about it 11 days from now. You know?
All right. Okay. I see where your head's at. I don't know. I'm very torn on it because I feel like what we should do if we were really good at this, we would get 1 or 2 podcasts, like a solo episode, like whatever, in the hole that doesn't really reference any current events and just kind of talks about shit, and then hold on to those for like a rainy day, which we used to do for a while. We would have usually one somewhere that we could pull out if we needed to. Yeah,
us
for a while.
No, we never did that. No, we never did.
Really? Maybe it was just accidentally that happened.
No, we talked about doing it, and then we never actually recorded it. So it never happened.
Whoops.
Nope. I promise we didn't.
Whoops.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, IKEA.
Yes.
I have never been to IKEA before today. Never once.
It's so sad.
I know. I strongly agree. IKEA is really cool.
Yeah, IKEA's fun, and it gives you so many ideas about like what you can do with your house that you wouldn't just not have thought of otherwise.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, man, walking through their setup rooms was really cool. I really, really, really liked just like knowing that all this very cheap, inexpensive furniture could be that nice.
Oh yeah.
Hot dang. What a good time.
Okay, let's back that up a tiny bit. The furniture is good but not amazing. Like it is exactly what you pay for.
It is exactly what you pay for, which is nice.
Which is nice.
Cheap and inexpensive.
Yeah. It's I'm not going to sit here and pretend that pretty much my whole office is built on IKEA and Amazon furniture. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that my desk is like stable by any means. I've been literally meaning to go down to Home Depot for the past like 2 months and get like a brace to connect to make sure that the two like pieces of my desk stay together better. But I'm also not going to sit here and pretend like it's somehow like any of their shit is like about to fall apart on me. Also, never understood the meme about, oh, it's so difficult to understand what they're doing. Like I put like all the shit that I put together is so easy.
You literally, firstly, you literally do not need any words to teach you how to set it up. It's all pictures and it works great. Right? Right.
Yeah.
It took me 2 minutes to figure out how to build my new desk chair. And it took me like, I don't know, 10 minutes to build 2 of them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It really wasn't that hard.
Building my desk was quite literally the longest thing was screwing the legs in and then putting everything back on it when it was done.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of IKEA. Not a fan of their food. Weird flex.
See, we did not get any of their food while I was out.
I feel like it's one of those things you kind of have to do. It's like part of the IKEA experience, as it were.
See, that, I'm not going to lie, it was the original plan. Unfortunately, things ended up changing. Things being, we decided we really wanted to get Thai noodles instead.
That'll do it.
So
that was my stomach. That definitely came through on the mic.
That was so loud.
Yeah, that was my. Apparently, I'm hungry, so that's what's going on today. Yeah, sorry, I realized I came through, and I'm like, huh, that definitely picked up. Great.
I was gonna cut it out, but I might keep it now.
Yeah, it's just a faint. Yeah, I enjoy IKEA. I wish I have gotten to the point in my house where I have ideas on what I want to do next, but all the stuff that I want to do next is going to actually be work and like screwing things into walls and shit, and I don't want to do it. So I think we are leaving everything as bare walled as it is right now and just waiting until the next place, which we plan on being in for a little longer.
Yeah, that's valid. I can agree and understand not wanting to commit to too much yet, as I'm staring at this whiteboard that I should be screwing into the wall tonight, but I'm not.
So I need to get a whiteboard. I want to get shelves in this office. You've been to my office. We've talked about it.
I have. It's a really nice office.
I want to get shelves all over the place. I want to get a little like sound like panel for behind the desk and over the windows. None of that's gonna I'm not gonna bother. Like, it's just not worth it. I'm better off literally waiting until I move to the next place and saving that money so that I can put it into getting a nicer next place. I want to rehang my swords. Like, so many things I want to do and just haven't gotten around to it. Some of it I'm not going to be able to. I almost said not going to be allowed to, although that is probably more accurate. Like, that's not true. There's very little chance of me hanging my swords anywhere that's not like my own little space, rather than like if it's a place that guests will eventually see. She's gonna be like, no, maybe you don't, because to be fair, they are rusty and need cleaned badly.
Yeah, no, that's incredibly fair.
But also, to be fair, I want swords on my wall.
Also fair.
How am I supposed to duel my enemies when they disrespect me in my own home if I don't have swords on the wall? Riddle me this, Batman.
You know what? I can't disagree.
Yeah. All disagreements in my home should be settled with swords. Swords or Mario Kart. Those are the only options.
Mario Kart does sound more fun, though.
Only if you're bad at swords. See, I'm worse at Mario Kart than I am at swords. You know, swords, a very common game.
Swords. See, I really want to fight someone with swords again. It's been a long time. I kind of miss it.
I'll be honest. The last time I did it in any like serious sense was probably like before I left high school.
And it was, anytime I ever did it was with like lightsabers. And once I became too tall, it just literally...
It became way too easy because you could outreach everybody in the room.
No, because the lightsabers were too short, and I just wanted them to be like 6 inches longer. Or like...
Everyone wants that, Noah.
Shut up. I wanted the lightsabers to just be a little bit longer because they were just too short for me.
That's fair. I found out that our good friend Brian bought one of the... What is the brand called? Light Effects, I think they're called, sabers. The ones that are like usually like $300 because he's a mad lad.
Valid.
Right? I just want to go to Disney and go to Star Wars Land and just build my own lightsaber, as I should. But no.
Oh, hot dang. These are some nice looking sabers.
Was it Light Effects?
I see FX sabers, and that's what I'm looking at right now.
That's what it is.
Oh man, these are gorgeous.
No, they're nice, and they're well made enough that like, yeah, you probably aren't going to be able to spar with them, but you can actually bang them on stuff like at least a little bit and have them not fall apart.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, some versions can be used for actual lightsaber battles and are not just for display. Ultra sabers, that's what it is. That's the main site. God, this site has been around since I don't even know how long. Okay. Can we talk about lightsabers for 2 whole seconds? I swear I'm not going to do this a lot.
Go off.
I want so badly, for no good reason, I want the ring saber that they have, that the Inquisitors have in Star Wars right now. The current.
Why? Because
they're so dumb, and I love them so much.
Yeah, they are dumb. You got it there. Because
like when you're doing it, they're single sided, they remind me of like old rapier fencing weapons with like the handguard, which is like what their design is based on. But like then you spin it the other side, it's just like, oh shit, surprise! I could also just spin this like an idiot, and that makes me happy. Well, I will not be shamed for my bad choices in life. Okay?
No, I'll shame you a little bit. I'm gonna shame you just a tiny bit.
That's fine. I love lightsabers. I do want to go to, when I go to Star Wars Land, I've already told Michelle that like when we eventually go, or Galaxy's Edge, sorry, is what it's actually called. When we go to Galaxy's Edge, like I'm spending like $500 because not only can you build your own lightsaber, but you can like get your own holocrons and like get your own like robes and shit. And like the fact of the matter is that I'm going to spend like $1,000 on it. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds very reasonable.
Very reasonable, and there's no reason she should criticize me for this.
Well,
no reason.
No reason. Yes, you're right. No reason at all. Not a single reason.
None. Not even
whatsoever.
Not even one. Yeah, I don't know. Ultra Sabers does really cool stuff because you can literally pick and choose your entire like every piece. Like every piece is pick and choose. As much or as little as you want to customize it. And I love that. You can get the body, you can get the sound components, you can decide how much sound component you want versus how much. It's just cool. It's just very cool to me. But yeah, so sabers. Lightsabers are cool. Fact. Swords are cool. Fact. Speaking of, there was a thing going around on Reddit for a bit, and I'm hold on, I should go check on it.
Okay.
I don't know if I mentioned on the podcast, but there's this thing going around about how make 2020 the year that we bring cloaks back as a fashion statement. Capes, I think is what it was. And here's the Noah, I'm real into it. I'm real here for it.
I know you are.
Noah, you don't get to judge me. You wear denim jackets.
No, I wear a denim vest. It's That's a battle
worse.
vest. It's a cultural thing.
That's worse. You're white. You don't have culture.
It's a culture.
That's the whole point.
This is my culture, Dan. Being
yeah,
dirty punk is my culture.
It's a bad culture. You're uncultured. That's my hot take.
That's a take, and it's pretty hot, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, it's the Cape Revolution, and I just want it. I just want them. I want them to be a thing. Because, dude, capes are just cool. Capes are nice. It's one of those things, like so many things in life, that I wish weren't ruined by a bunch of neckbeards. Because I still enjoy them, but cannot wear them because I'm not willing to go through that like social shunning for it. Like I want it to become socially acceptable again to wear cloaks. That's all I want.
Well, I mean, I respect it because I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it would be fun to dress like that because, like, I don't know, there's like a big part of me that got attached to like the fantasy scene, you know, growing up.
And now, I think that there's a difference.
I have a roasting hot take about something else in a hot second, but I want to talk about this first.
I was gonna say, like, it's one of those things where I feel like there are pieces of clothing that are essentially capes that just aren't, like, nobody acknowledges them as capes. Like certain women's clothing like pieces have like capes attached to them, and then they're like, no, it's totally different. And it's like, no, it's not. You're wearing a cape. It's fine. Just wear the cape.
You know what? Yeah, I don't think no, that doesn't work for me. I don't want my cape to be attached. I want to be able to dramatically take it off, give it a twirl, and hang it up.
Yeah, the flourish. You want that flourish, like that, like pull it around your neck flourish, so it flares out when you put it on as you leave.
Yeah,
dramatically walking away into the night.
I'm just saying, I'm an excessively extra person, and I absolutely refuse to have that taken away from me.
Understandable. I am here for it.
Scalding hot takes about capes.
Go for it.
And why I love capes. Okay?
No capes. All right.
Okay,
done. So let's go.
Capes are cool because I grew up reading Lord of the Rings. Okay?
Yes, fact.
And then I watched Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, wow, what a great movie.
Yeah, and they all have capes and or cloaks.
They do. Aragorn's outfit is just amazingly perfect and wonderful. Here's the thing. My issue now is my take can be wrong. I will accept that my take is wrong. Okay.
Go off.
Lord of the Rings is becoming overrated, and I hate that. And I want to stop seeing Lord of the Rings memes. I want to stop seeing people obsess over it because it's a very good book, like series of books. It's a very well done screen adaptation. But like, it's too much. In my opinion, it is too much at this point.
I don't know that I agree, but I also see where you're coming from. You know, I get that like Lord of the Rings, and especially since we're getting the new Lord of the Rings series, I think that's an Amazon Prime series too.
What?
Yeah, it's like it takes place in like during the first War for the Rings, I think is what it is. Let's see, Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah, so I didn't hear about that.
Amazon's Lord of the Rings series. Wow, it's already been. It literally is now. Yeah, it's already renewed for season 2. Neat.
That's because Amazon has more money than God.
Fact, but still. Let's see. So it goes into the Second Age, which is like the age before. I think it's before before the Rings, which begins the Third Age.
No, the Third Age, didn't that begin with Sauron being defeated?
That's what it was. Sorry. So it's like
the Second Age is the original War of the Rings.
Yeah, it's all that. So which I think is a good that's a good place to put it. There's also a rumor flying around about them doing a Star Wars. They keep calling it the High Republic, but it's the Old Republic TV series as like the next place movie saga as like the next place that the movies will take place. And I'm here for that too. Here's a question on that subject, in the subject of like prequels and such like that. How do you feel about prequel sagas that are so far back as to no longer matter to the air quotes like original story?
Those are much better than ones that directly contribute to the original story. I
am inclined to agree. I think that there's, because I had somebody who was like, well, I don't care because like everyone's going to be dead in the end anyway. And I'm like, well, yes, everyone dies in the end no matter what. Like that's how stories end. Everyone dies.
So like the thought, like some things make it work. Like Star Wars, for all the issues the prequels had. Yeah, they're fine prequels. The reason they worked is because if you had seen the originals, you see Anakin, your main character, becoming the bad guy. Yes. And you know that's happening. Or like if the prequels are the only one you've seen. I said that already. Yeah. Yes. Okay. If the prequels are it, then you see the descent of your main character to the biggest bad guy that everyone knows the face of, right? Yeah. Exactly. And if you had seen only the sequel or only the originals, then like you don't need that. Hot prequel. Dang. Look at that. No, you see the prequels and it's like, hot dang, I know where this is going. This sucks. Yeah. To watch my character fall like this. Yeah. But I know where it's going and you get to have that fun. It kind of works. When they were putting out like in the aftermath of Infinity War, when they came out with 2 different movies, that was stupid. Well, or they announced. I don't think they came out yet, right? No. They did come out. Which ones? Ant-Man and Captain Marvel. Was Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel was post Infinity War, not post Endgame. That's what I said. Oh yeah, no. That didn't bother me for Captain Marvel because she didn't really appear until literally the last frame of Infinity War. Yes, but that's the thing. Those prequels annoyed me, like especially the Ant-Man prequel, or the Ant-Man movie. I don't know if I ever saw that one. I didn't either. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I loved Ant-Man. Never got around to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Heard it was good. Much like I heard Ant-Man was good. Never got around to it. But here's the thing. Those stories don't matter to me in the sense of I'm sure they were good. I'm sure they were fun. But they occurred after a giant event. And the fact that like they were being billed as important as any of the other movies at that point. And literally the directors were like, well, any movies announced, they're now prequels to this event. So, you know. Yeah. And now any movie that has come out after Endgame canonically occurs after Endgame. I think that was dumb. Yeah. And then to go back to the main question, if you have a prequel set so far back that it doesn't affect your quote unquote main story, your real story or anything like that, then that's okay. Because if you have it that far back, it's its own story. It's its own main story. It just happens to happen before your main established canon. It has to be in the same universe. That's it. And that's, in my opinion, perfectly fine. And I would back that. I think that there's, like, I'm thinking of specifically, like, the Old Republic and stuff, right? Like, especially, like, so, like, a lot of the Old Republic right now in the, like,
in what people think of as KOTOR, KOTOR 2, and then the MMO, which I would like to shout out Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO. So fun, so funny. Like, if you enjoy KOTOR, it's just multiplayer KOTOR.
I have heard such good things about it.
Like, to the point
and
where
I would love to get into it.
But
I know I
the
won't.
gameplay is fine, but the like story and dialogue, the dialogue in it is 10 out of 10. 10.
See,
it's
without having played it, my
so
main
good.
issue is the knowledge that Revan goes dark side again? Question mark.
No, sort of, but
No?
not. It's more of a.
See, like-
it's more of a. Well, the thing is, they kind of make it this big, like, ambiguous, like, nobody knows what the fuck happened to Revan. Like, that's
we
his
already
whole.
knew that.
Yeah, but that's like the whole shtick.
The deal with Revan is he finished his fight and then he vanished, and that's allowed to be the end of Revan.
Yeah, that is the end of
Get
Revan.
rid of him as a character.
Yeah, as far
because
as the Old
more they
Republic is
flip flop
concerned-
with him, the shittier a character
Well,
he is.
He doesn't show up in the Old Republic.
Oh, thank the Lord.
No, he's even that's like a couple hundred years in the past, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like what is it? What planet gets nuked? The spoiler, I guess, for KOTOR 1. What's the name of the planet that gets nuked at the beginning of KOTOR 1? Like, that's the very first planet you drop in. Taris?
I don't remember. No, the Sith planet.
Mm-hmm.
The planet run by the Sith. And then, Malak comes in. I would argue spoilers for that game are inconsequential at this point. That game's old as balls.
Yeah, it was Taris. So in Legends, that was the one that got fucking blasted at the very beginning of the game, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So like that shows up in the game, but like it shows up as like, oh, people are finally starting to resettle it because the ghouls and fucking monstrosities that have taken over the planet since they absolutely nuked it is like still, it's like they're kind of rebuilding it. So like it's a couple centuries later. And then let's see. So I played the Old Republic for a little while. I actually have been meaning lately to get back into it because it's genuinely just a ton of fun and I like it a lot. The problem it has, I feel, is that the almost problem. It's not even really a problem. The air quotes problem it has is that the game is almost too big. Each character, so there are 8 classes, I think. 8 classes with 8 races each, and then 2 subsets per class, 2 like subclasses.
Jeez.
Each mainline class has a full, easily 40-hour storyline that you can like kind of do in tandem with other people, and like your quests will intersect and like disembark. And then there's like a legacy, or what is it? Like essentially like a home base that you can make for all your characters at once, and then like also individualized ones. And the idea being that like this is how you kind of can work across different characters. You can build, and there's a bunch of different like crafting like professions and stuff, and each character can only have like 2, but there's 16 of them or something ridiculous. Point is, the game has so much density to it, and like some stories are the same across different people. So like there are like 2 Sith classes, 2 Sith classes, 2 bad guy classes, and then 2 Jedi classes and 2 good guy classes. And though each of those intersect at a point and kind of follow a similar path of progression while they like diverge for like story points and then come back together again. So when you're going through those, it's kind of one of those things where like, oh, you've done this all once, you kind of don't need to do it again. But the dialogue in it is just it's so funny. Like, it's so good. I played Sith Warrior when I played.
Nice. I respect it.
It's so funny. I'm trying to find the one. There's a couple that I like would send to friends of mine because it's just so good. Sounds of the Republic quotes. Yeah, I don't have any in front of me. Okay. So one of the main ways that the Sith Warrior is written is as like this really deadpan, like snarky asshole. Yeah. And he always has this kind of, at least the way I have him voiced is he has this very like, let me tell you about how you are wrong about all the things that you think of the Sith. If you think I am this, I am not. And there's a random, like at one point during the game, you're like confronted by a bunch of fucking grunts, and they're like, oh, come on guys, let's show this bastard what we're made of. And one of the dialogue options you can respond with is, you are made from bones that break and blood that spills. And then you go into a combat. And that's just, it's just good. It's just so many snarky lines. There's one where you're talking to one of the companions and they're like, oh yeah, we'll help you and we're here for it. And he's like, and you go, where is it? I will be the darkest force of revenge. You just be Vet. Like, you just be you. The smuggler is very like sassy and in it for the money. The bounty hunter is the same way. The Sith Inquisitor, I think is what it is very like bloodlust and power without being so snarky, and kind of a little bit more Sith powers. Mm-hmm. And I didn't play either of the Jedi classes because the Jedi are a bunch of fucking nerds.
I mean, yeah.
Fact.
Jedi are the worst. I am very oh, shit. That reminds me, dude. Speaking of games where you can play the bad guy, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm playing through Dragon Age again right now.
Yes, I noticed.
Been streaming it with Nina, being the big gross couple stream, right? Mm-hmm. So we decided neither of us have ever played through the first game siding with the Templars.
Ooh, bold choice, Cotton.
Yeah. Turns out that's the bad guys.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah, they were always the bad guys.
Well, here's the thing, though. They're always painted as the bad guys, but they're painted as like the tired bad guys. The guys who are like, I'm dead exhausted and I just really like, I'm trying to do my best. And these darn mages just keep doing mage things. And like the second game, like the Templars are objectively the villains and everything, you know? But here's the thing, like, I've never sided with the Templars because I've always tried to be a bad guy by being a mage. But the game works so hard to make you know that magic is the good guys that nothing you do as a mage really is like the bad guys. Because there's so many, even if you're a blood mage and it's still okay. Stuff like that, you know? So I decided to side with the Templars, which means you invoke the Rite of Annulment on the Circle Tower. Have you played the game?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, have you ever done that?
I don't know.
Okay, do you know Wynn, the only healer in the game?
Yeah.
If you side with the Templars, you kill her.
Dang. Do you get
a new healer? No, you
not
do
even
not.
A new healer. Do you get a new character?
No.
Huh. Interesting.
No, you just kill her. And like, oh, duh. You love Shale. Of course you knew the game. Duh. My bad. But yeah, no. You straight up kill her and she's gone. And I am terrified at the implications of what's going to happen in the next 3 games when we side with the Templars every single time. I'm so excited.
That is actually sound really fun.
Because, like, I've been trying to be the bad guy in this game for so long now. And now I find out all I had to do was be the easy, low-hanging fruit bad guy. Amazing.
This whole time, all you had to do was be the bad guy.
In a matter of 20 minutes, I killed 2 children. That's where that meme in the chat popped up. Like, did you see that? The random BS channel. It was. I did.
It
was the Drake meme, except instead of Drake, we used Geordie LaForge from Star Trek because Drake's trash.
Fair.
And it was. The no was being a white nationalist and the yes was killing kids, and I'm like, that's me. Oh, it's such a good time. I like games that let you be the bad guy, but also you understand the gravity of being the bad guy, you know?
Yeah. It's not like it's yes, you do bad things, but like air quotes for good reasons kind of thing. And like you're doing it for like whatever. I just found some more of the quotes. Character fucking as you're walking into a room, someone's like, oh, it's unconfirmed reports that there might be a Sith. You walk into the room, ignite your lightsaber, consider the rumors confirmed.
Oh my gosh,
it's so good. I'm like scrolling back through old chat logs with a friend of mine who played a bunch of it with me. But God, what a game. What a dumb, stupid game. What a game with such good dialogue choices.
It's one of those things that, hot damn, I really, 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 really want to get into it. And I know I never will.
Listen, if you ever get that need, I would be so down to go through like a couple of the early game stuff, stream it with you. Even if it would just be something we can do as a dick around kind of thing. I shouldn't say this on the podcast because then people are going to have expectations from me. Yeah, no. So the game is free. I would honestly God recommend.
We're gonna beat Divinity eventually.
Sure we are. I would honestly God recommend throwing like $10 or $15 at it, like, and play it for a month and then stop paying for it kind of thing. Because there is actually a lot of story things that you lose out on if you, or like especially side missions that you lose out on if you don't pay for it. But it's not very expensive. I think I spent like $30 and got it for like 3 months or something like that because I was a first time person.
Yeah.
But yeah, super fun. I'm trying to think of what other, like, I've been talking to somebody recently that like I really want to get into playing more like Western RPGs because I've never had one that I don't enjoy, right? But I also like I've got like the one I've been playing through recently is Kingdom Come Deliverance, right? But that's almost closer to like a Skyrim than like a Dragon Age, right? Like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, KOTOR, they're all kind of in the same broad strokes ideas in terms of like gameplay style, and sort of the first two Witchers as well. And the third one comes along and turns it into a more Skyrim-y type feel to it.
Offended, but no, it's not very Skyrim-y actually.
No, but it is more.
But no, I get what you mean. Never mind.
It's less. It's closer to Skyrim than it is to KOTOR.
Yes.
Like you don't.
Whereas the first one, literally in my mind, is so similar that I don't believe you when you tell me that it's not exactly like KOTOR, like I remember.
I mean, it may not be. Neither of us have played it in quite a long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing it soon.
Are you?
Nina and I with watching The Witcher. Very good series, by the way. So good.
Speaking of spoiling,
of boobs, so like, I mean, like, look out for that if that's a problem,
or if that's a goal.
If that's a goal, hey, guess what? Yeah, but no, it's a very good show.
No, do you want to oust your hot The Witcher take on air?
I haven't finished it yet, but if you want me to drop my hot take, then yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Tell them about
my hot take is that it's so good.
Oh, I was talking about the song.
Oh, that bullshit song.
There it is.
Penis. Okay, that part was funny, but like. That's from the show, by the way, Dan. I'm not trying to be funny right now. I'm not that dumb funny today.
Or any other day.
No, that song, massively overrated. It is not nearly as good as people seem to be trying to make it out to be. It's a fun song. It's an easy enough song to like bop to, but it's not that good.
Question. Do you dislike ballads?
Yes. I dislike songs over 5 minutes.
So yes. The answer is yes, you do.
Yes. Well, here's the thing.
Because I feel like that's part of it.
The thing I like about the song is that I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's a simple song. It's easy enough to like groove along with. And every D&D player who plays a bard listens to this song. And they're like, I too could do this song. And that's it. My only thought is that for the hype I've heard around it, I thought it would be better. That's why I dislike it. I thought because of the hype, it would be nicer than it is.
So you see, it is your fault for having expectations. That's on you.
No, I think it's the entire internet's fault for acting like the song was hot shit.
Maybe it was hot shit, just not hot enough shit. It was like a lukewarm shit.
Like, I didn't want to say anything because I thought Nina was going to be into it because she likes folk music and stuff. So, like, the episode ends with a full rendition of the song. And I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, that was fine. But I'm not going to say anything. She's like, well, that was a little bit of a letdown. And I'm like, yes.
Amazing. Remind me to talk to Nina about her music tastes, because I suspect a lot of hers and I's would intersect.
They would. Yes, you would be correct.
Ironically. Nina is the midpoint between your music tastes and my music tastes.
I'll accept that.
It's a weird midpoint to be in.
We each go further on both directions than she does.
100%.
But she's this neat little overlap. Honestly, she and I overlap on music far more than we have any right to, given the type of stuff she listens to.
No.
And the type of stuff I tend to listen to.
100% tracks. It doesn't surprise me even a little bit.
Let me rephrase that. Noah 4 years ago would be appalled to know that we align on as much music as we do.
Noah
How about
4
that?
years ago was a dick waffle. Like,
wait, no, not 4 years ago.
No,
5 years
4
ago.
years ago.
No, 5 years ago.
Dude, it's only 2020.
Yeah, I know.
It was.
I'm trying to remember when I started my blog was 2014.
Whack.
And the first year and a half of my blog, I had the worst hot takes.
I see, because you hit that what's that fucking curve called? The one that's like, oh, you know very little, but you think you know a ton, and then suddenly you hit this dip where you realize you know nothing, and then you're like, oh wait, no, actually I do know things as you go back up.
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking about?
My thing was, I do know what you're talking about. I'm not sure if that applies. What ended up happening was my goal turned into, oh, well, if I'm blogging about music every day, I need to listen to a brand new song every day. Not that I was going to post that song every day. I just wanted to challenge myself to listen to a new song every day. It did not always work out. Sometimes I banked up when I listened to like a fresh album, and if I missed a few days here and there, I wouldn't mind. But it did make me listen to a lot more music. And honestly,
probably for the
personal opinion, it is something I would recommend everyone does, because you'll expand your music taste. You'll find out why maybe you don't like things, because like there's big good blanket reasons. Like if you don't like metal because of the screaming, yeah, no, that's fine. That's valid. Screaming is not for everyone, and that is okay.
Yeah.
But if that's not your hang up, if like maybe you find out that you like power metal though, because there's not really any screaming in power metal.
I tend to like power metal versus most of them.
Kicks down the door and he's like, Sabaton! And then you listen to tank music.
And that's what your life is like. You listen to tank music, dwarf music, and pirate music, and that's your whole life.
Exactly.
You turn into it's Sabaton, Ailstorm, and I'm blanking on the one that does dwarf music. Are
they the ones that cover Diggy Diggy Hole?
They are, yeah. I can't remember their name.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about, and I can't remember their name off the top of my head.
Which is very sad.
And Dan, I would love someday to make you listen to Fintroll.
Okay.
Just because I want you to watch their video for Haxburg.
Okay.
Because they dress up. Dan, they dress up.
Okay.
And it's so funny. You got this fat little demon on the drums. And then you've got an accordion player, and their singer has the longest ears.
Weird.
I should clarify, they dress up as trolls.
Okay, this makes more sense now.
I'm realizing it just sounded very mean-spirited.
That's what I was like, damn, that was weird to make fun of people for, but all right.
There's a little fat man and a man with long ears. Chortle with me. So yeah, that's what I feel about the Witcher song.
So anyway, I started blasting. God. Yeah. There's one other thing we were going to bring up. Do you remember what it was?
The Boys.
The Boy. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I started watching The Boys.
Because I was going to say the reason my hot take about Amazon Originals is because I feel like light spoilers for an Amazon Original doesn't matter. Is because we were talking about this beforehand, just a little bit. And
I had said that I know a lot more people who have Amazon Prime than have Hulu. Audience, pitch in. Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Hulu. What you got? At me and Twitter or something.
I'll see if I can set up a poll that'll.
That seems like a lot of work.
Do stuff. It is.
That seems like way more work than either of us put into anything these days.
You tell me about The Boys. I'm gonna see if I can make a poll.
I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of hot takes on The Boys. Just that, like, I didn't really go into it with. I tried to go into it with super low expectations because everyone was saying it was really good. It's fine. Like it's all right. Some parts of it are hella predictable, and some parts of it were like, oh, so that's what they're doing. Okay. I don't know. It's fine. It's dark, almost to the point of being edgy, in my opinion. Like it's almost to the point where it's like, but I don't wanna, you know?
Yeah. No, I get that, I suppose.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just fun. It's fine. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Had a good old time with it. It's fine.
Oh, hello.
We watched I don't really binge watch shows, but Michelle does, and so we got to binge I think 6 episodes today, which is too much television for one day, in my opinion. Hot take. Like I can't sit in front of a TV that long and not feel really antsy and out of it.
No, I feel that. Some days I can just sit there and do nothing. And other days that really doesn't work for me.
No, doing nothing is the worst. Like what I should have done, honest to God, is I should have brought my laptop in from the other room and just like I'm the kind of person where if I can be on my phone during a show or whatever and still be enjoying and experiencing it. I won't call it a multitasking because whatever, but it's a lot easier for me to sit through 7 hours of TV if I'm doing something on my computer at the same time. It's how I got through a lot of TV shows through college. So yeah. I didn't have a full review. I'm not far enough in. Finished. I think the Good Place started back up, so that's fun. Finishing up that. I'm almost done. I just got to the Pontiac Bandit and Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Michelle. Like, I've seen it all, but she has not.
Oh my gosh, I love Doug Judy.
Doug Judy is 10 out of 10.
Doug Judy. I love what's his name? Craig Robinson, right?
Sure.
I need to double check.
I will fill the dead air while you check on things.
Craig Robinson. Yeah, that's him. Because he was on The Office, and
he was
one of my favorite characters.
Wasn't he on Parks and Rec for a bit too?
I don't believe he was ever on Parks and Rec. Doesn't look like it. No,
doesn't look like it. That's fine. But yeah,
I was gonna say I don't think I remembered him, but you never know.
He's real fun in 9-9. Everyone is real fun in 9-9. What a good show.
That is accurate.
God, I'm tired. So I made the big dumb mistake. So I've fallen into like this weird habit of I go to bed at an okay-ish time during the week, but like go to bed the most late on the weekends, which isn't always bad. Because midnight to me is like early-ish and late for me is like 4 a.m. So last night, Friday night into Saturday night, and then Saturday night into Sunday night, I was up till like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And like, usually when that happens, I just sleep until like 11 because fuck it, it's the weekend. What are you going to do? What are you going to sue me? I think not.
Exactly.
But for some fucking asshole reason, my body woke up at 9:30 and was like, hey, bud, I know you feel real groggy because like I dehydrated myself out in the middle of the night because I just was like under a ton of blankets. I just woke up like with a headache because of it. And so like, I know you're feeling real headachy and like kind of hate everything, but what if no more sleep for you? What about that? And so I got up at like 8:30 this morning, 9:30 this morning after getting, I think, like 4 hours of sleep. And I'm just done. But I also don't want to go to sleep because if I go to bed, then tomorrow is like a Monday and I have to go back to work and fuck all that noise.
What a mood.
The Mondays going back into work are the worst. That said, next Monday is MLK Day and I have off. So
nice.
Yeah. First time I've ever had an MLK Day off in my entire life.
I was going to say, I do have it off, but it's just because I have Mondays off.
I found out for 4th of July, my company does a thing, like they give you a comp day for it. So like I think it takes place on a Saturday this year and they give you that Friday off. Yeah. Which is neat. Again, I've never worked at a place that had actual holidays off. I've always worked holidays.
Yeah, I always at least worked a half day most holidays.
Yeah.
I managed to start getting like Christmas Eve off and Christmas Day we had off, you know. Memorial Day. Was it Memorial Day? There were 2 holidays we always got off. It was Christmas and I think Memorial Day.
Weird, not Thanksgiving.
Yes, that was it. I'm sorry. Christmas and Thanksgiving and all other holidays got a half day.
Interesting.
I would work Thanksgiving because it was me and 3 other people, maybe 4 other people.
And there was nothing going on.
It was a good shift. It was a good shift.
Working
we just went in and set up.
Thanksgiving, not the Black Friday shift, was always fun.
Yeah, Black Friday for us was pretty boring because, you know, we were just in existence. I
remember Black Friday one year when I was working as a pretzel bitch. My usual shift was like 3 to 11 or 7 to 3 were like the normal ones. I had to be in there at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning because I had it until like 8 a.m. Because they were working people like you have 6 hours on, 12 hours off, 6 hours on. Because we were basically open 24/7 for 2 or 3 days straight because Black Friday is garbage and nobody should ever go out on Black Friday. If you go out on Black Friday, you're part of the problem. Hot take.
Oh, yeah. I don't disagree.
In this year of our Lord, there's no reason to go out on Black Friday and not just order things in. Speaking of ordering things in, I've been trying to pay off my card for like the last couple months because I'm the kind of person where like I didn't have a card until I was like 22 because I was scared of credit cards. And of course, as soon as I got one, I blew the money on a computer and now I'm trying to pay it off. And like, I keep seeing things that I want to fucking buy and add on to my computer. And I keep thinking I can do these things, but I just can't, Nemo, you know? It's a frustrating life that I live of wanting things and not being able to have them. You see, nobody would ever understand. I've also fallen back into, you posted about this. You posted about Indeed. I found out recently that Indeed, which is the job posting site or whatever, restricts you to like 20, I think, job applications a day now.
Wait, I posted about this?
I think you did. You posted about how Indeed had the Indeed thing where it's like, oh, this is a reverse financed internship.
Oh.
That was an Indeed posting.
Oh, yeah, no, I just found that.
I know you did.
And it appalled me.
I know you did. But I'm using it to piggyback off of you to be like, oh yeah, I figured this out about Indeed because I was trying to apply for jobs again because I'm trying to find something in the industry. Please, for the love of God, get me out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it restricts you to like 20 applications a day, which is, at first glance sounds bad, real bad, because it sounds like they would be doing like a premium model type thing where, oh, if you pay to fucking however much, then you can post all the job postings you want or whatever, job applications you want. But somebody had explained it that instead of it being a bad thing, like instead of it being like, oh, now you can only do 20, it's everyone can only do 20. They don't have a premium model, which means that your jobs are actually a lot more likely to get seen because there's no like 1,000 bots posting for the same job or 1,000 job recruiting sites posting for the same job or one asshole with a fucking 10 hours to do it posting for every job on the site just to try and find anything. So you're much more likely to actually get seen for the work you're trying to do, which I thought was interesting. Interesting idea.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh my God. So Michelle was out of the, I know we're coming up near the end, but I'm going to tell another story. So Michelle was out over the weekend because she went out with a friend of hers. And we went out to a winery, and I don't remember the name of it. Although, actually, give me 2 seconds. I can reach the bottle. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. I saw you saying that you were going to get some apple wine.
I did get apple wine. And so here's what happened. Michelle got back, and Michelle goes to bed pretty early. It's a 12% alcohol by volume wine. It is Crossing Vineyard, I think is what it is. Yeah, Crossing Vineyards. It's and I quote, delicious semi-sweet wine has a fruity bouquet and is filled with the taste of freshly pressed Granny Smiths, Yorks, and wine saps. Crisp and clean with hints of honey and butterscotch. I didn't get any hints of honey and butterscotch, but the wine was really good. And Michelle's like, hey, I got 2 of them. We'll crack one open. We'll save the other for like a later day. And I'm like, cool, dope. We will share a bottle of wine. Michelle had one glass, not even glass, a plastic cup because we're adults and we're not washing glasses. That's stupid. Had a plastic cup worth of wine, went to bed, and then was like, hey babe, make sure you finish off the wine before you go to bed. I drank like what ended up being like 3/4 of a bottle of wine by myself, not realizing how hard it was going to hit, how quickly. Got drunk off my ass after like an hour of drinking a bottle of wine, and then made the brilliant decision to come and hang out with everyone on Discord.
Nice.
It was a good time. I had a blast. I haven't gotten wine drunk in a very, very long time because most of the wines we get are like 7% or 10% or whatever, and like whatever. But yeah, that was more annoyed about the, hey, let's share this, and then, hey babe, make sure you finish it off and don't put it back in the fridge. And I'm like, but why? To finish it off. All right, I guess that's what I'm doing. Leave me behind to just drink my problems away. Apparently her experience at the vineyard was not good, so maybe don't go. But the apple wine was very good, so maybe go buy the wine and don't actually do the like wine tasting shit.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my hot take. Oh, I just realized we never mentioned where Jackson is.
Oh yeah, so like how last week host? I was sick. Jackson is sick this week. Last
week Noah was sick and I was on set. This week Jackson is sick and I am not on set. And so that's where Jackson is. We also kicked him off the podcast, but that's like secondary. We've been trying not to let him know. It's supposed to be a secret.
By the way, did you listen to last week's episode?
I did not. I don't. Okay, this is.
No, you don't. Okay, no, here's the thing. I understand not listening to your own podcast because.
No, I listen to most of my own podcasts. I just don't like solo episodes as much. Sorry, Jackson.
I mean, no, that's fair. That's fair. Solo episodes can be tedious. However, Jackson started it out with the heaviest line. Heavy is the head that wears the Naruto headband.
I don't like it.
And then it went on from there. It was clean and concise, and he kept his like whole thing together, and it sounded like he was talking in front of a fireplace with a velvet smoking jacket and a glass of brandy, so I put him in front of a fireplace.
The entire episode or just the beginning?
No, the entire episode.
Amazing.
It's a fun episode. Just if you're not going to listen to the episode, listen to the first 30 seconds and the last 30 seconds at least.
Fair.
It'll make my day.
Fair enough.
I can't tell you why it'll make my day. You just really have to just work with me.
Okay, fair enough. That is the thing we will do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Oh, shoot. We should have Patreon shout outs. Ah,
Should we?
dang. I got to hit up the 2 patrons.
Yeah, we are halfway through the month.
Dang.
Shout out to both of our patrons.
No, for sure. So we'll give a shout out to our named patrons at the very least.
Yeah, not the rest of them. The rest of them, they know what they did.
Well, the other 2, they have things to say to us. And, Edge and Michael, on the other hand, they're just happy to let everyone know that they're here and they're supportive. And you know what? That's fantastic. And we appreciate that so much.
Some of us do. Some of us appreciate it less than others.
Emma and Cloud, on the other hand, have elected to say things to us. And because of that, they shall have to wait until next week to hear what they have to say.
I think I'm actually going down to see Emma next weekend. I think
nice.
Right after this episode comes out, I'm going down on Saturday. I think we're gonna go and do like museums in the DC area.
Good times. Emma is coming up here to visit us soon. I'm pretty happy.
When are you coming down here, Noah?
I don't know, dude. When hell freezes over.
I mean, that's not like global warming and all. Yo, it was like 70 degrees yesterday. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, no. Same here. It was so hot.
Like, I don't get me wrong. I love the warmth. I don't love the we're all gonna die.
No, agree.
Because this planet is straight up
except
on fire.
I also don't like the warmth. Well,
that's okay. You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, wild.
Oh, well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the warm. It was too hot out. I wanted it to, if it's going to be warm, then let it stay 50. Because it was just too warm out. And I didn't like it.
I feel that. Are we done? Can we go?
Yeah, let's call this done. Hey, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Off the Air. I'm Noah. You can find me at Bubbadabad, BUBBADABAD, Twitter, Insta, Twitch, streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Oh, is that an official thing you're doing now?
Yep, right now, Dragon Age streams are Tuesday and Saturday, and streaming with you on Thursday.
Neat.
It's not going to happen this Saturday because I'm going to be at a wedding.
Fun.
But most Saturdays, I will have no reason that I cannot stream. So,
fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am excited for you. I'm places. I didn't just look. I'm tired. I need to go make some dinner and go to bed. You can find me at twitch.tv/BornRule57. Nope, twitch.tv/BornRule, and on Twitter and Instagram, BornRule57. I have not been up to date on my Twitter lately. I've been falling off the wagon. I've barely been up to date on my Twitch lately. Because I'm a monster and stressed out. It be like that.
Mm-hmm. That's super valid, though. I feel that in a big way.
Sometimes you don't think it be like it is, but it do. All right, bye.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Patreon.com/offtheair, Facebook.com/OTA podcast, Twitter.com/theofftheair. You'll still have enough time to enter the poll if you go in here real quick. Because I think it expires on Sunday. So which one do you know of more people having, Hulu or Amazon? All right, adios.
Fucking sell out. I remember when Off the Air used to stand for something.